Hey all, I just beat Spider-Man 2 and I'm working on platinum the game right now. I've got some beginner tips or stuff I wish I knew when I first started this game, and I'm going to try to avoid as much spoilers as I can. These tips or info would have helped me a lot in my first playthrough and would have made it a little bit more enjoyable for me. Hopefully they help you out so you can get the most out of your experience with this amazing game. To kick things off, I highly encourage you guys to focus on getting the suit tech upgrades for focus and health earlier on in your playthrough, especially if you're struggling with the game or maybe if you're on a harder difficulty like amazing or spectacular. There are a lot of tough boss fights in this game and they can be pretty punishing, and there's so many encounters where you have to deal with a lot of different mob types or a lot of mobs in general, and having more health in general is really helpful, but specifically the focus, having more health focus bars to replenish your health or being able to have some of your abilities replenish that focus faster is so nice. I'm not kidding, it saved my life so many times in my first playthrough. You can web zip to everything. On your screen, I'm sure you've seen the little circle marker. I thought that meant you could only zip to those points, but that's not actually true. You just need to hold down L2 and then press R2 wherever you're aiming, and you can web zip to that spot. It's really nice, and it can be a little finicky sometimes for the little circle wherever it's pointing, and maybe even put you in a bad scenario at times. So being able to focus on where you're web zipping to is so nice. Using the slingshots that are on your minimap are actually it's really fun, but it's also really efficient. It propels you at such a far distance, and with your web suit, you can cross a ton of distance in such a short amount of time, especially if you don't want to fast travel. But you can actually glide or slide on water too. So if you're in your websuit or just falling onto the water, you will start to slide. Now, you will fall into it if you don't do anything, but you can actually slide on the water and then jump, go into your websuit, go back onto the water, jump again. And you can just continue to do that if you're going to and from each island. It's so freaking cool. I love this feature, and it just makes traveling to each island so much better. I mentioned it in my leveling tips and tricks video, but a fantastic way to earn extra XP is to do hunter blinds, EMF experiments, if you're in the area, and later on when you unlock symbiote nests. Okay, they're all solid, easy, and quick XP to get, and will help you level and unlock the fast travel points later on. Also, if you didn't know, you can perform tricks while swinging to earn extra experience while you're going from destination to destination. This is really great because if you hadn't already noticed, there's some points that are really far from one another, especially if you haven't unlocked the fast travel points yet. So it can be really good to rack up some XP doing some tricks along the way, and it just adds this extra kind of like fun flair thing you can do while swinging through New York City that I absolutely love. It's just really fun to do. Parrying in this game is OP as hell. I'm not even kidding you. I didn't realize how important it was until later on in combat, but it's almost essential in some fights if you're playing on amazing difficulty or spectacular and later on ultimate, especially during boss fights. I'm not telling you, it comes in clutch and it'll save your life, so practice doing it right when you start in the beginning of your playthrough. Shoot them webs! Seriously though, use your web shooters. It seems self-explanatory, but holy freaking crap, are there some huge mob fights in this game that just makes it so much easier when you use your web shooters to single out some enemies by webbing a few of them up and then dealing with the others. And it makes the symbiote nests a lot more manageable, to say the least. And without spoiling anything, it will help out in certain boss encounters, so use your web shooters as much as possible. I don't want to spoil it for anybody, so I'm not going to show any gameplay or anything like that, but in every single boss fight, there's something in your environment or surroundings that will help out with the fight, so if you're struggling with something, keep that in mind. But it's also going to help you out with a lot of different mob types and mobs in this game, especially when there's a lot of them. Look out for your surroundings. Sometimes with symbiotes, you can use car alarms to make them distracted, to kind of stun them. It can be very, very helpful, especially if you're struggling in a certain area, you're dying a lot with something, trying to complete an objective. Just use your surroundings to your advantage. There's a reason why we can sling around trash cans and hit car alarms. It helps out a lot. This is a really small thing, but if you're like me and you want to unlock every single Spider-Man suit for both Peter and Miles, then maybe you don't know where to find like certain materials like rare tech parts, hero tokens, city tokens, anything like that. If you actually hover over a suit that you have like unlocked or that you can see, you press triangle, you can see what events or activities you can do to get whatever that material is. It's a simple thing, but I wish I knew this when I was going through it, because I would have done specific activities to unlock a certain suit that I had discovered. That's all the tips I have for you guys. I hope they help you out. Honestly, I think these are the ones that just would have made the game a little bit more enjoyable for me, a little bit easier, without taking anything away from the experience of the game itself. So thanks for watching, and thank you for all the love on the channel lately. It really means a lot. I've got more Spider-Man content coming out soon, and just more guides, tips, reviews, and for future games, so keep an eye out for that. I'll catch you in the next video.